welcome to the video. We're going to do another critique video. Now again, it's not a hate video, no hate to Dave Arthur from Just Ride Bikes, just sharing my comments and criticisms. Dave has been a cycling journalist for a long time now. His job is to shill and promote whatever he is recommended or given or paybacks or free trips to Tuscany or whatever. So he's, in my opinion, based on the videos and the comments, he says I would put him as an untrustworthy person if you're taking some cycling advice. I do not trust this guy, and I'm not saying he's a bad dude. I'm just saying he's just a marketing mouthpiece. He's doing what he's told. He's on his knees for Mike Sinyard and co. And he's just being a good boy for Big Bike. And he's just saying what they want him to say. All right. Anyway, let's do the video. So again, no hate to Dave. He's sold out to the big brands. That's fine. People need to pay the rent. Okay. I would rather live on the street homeless than ever sell out. And I've been homeless, so I can speak from experience. I would definitely rather that than to be a sellout shill. Let's listen, and I'm going to interrupt and share my comments and criticisms. And it's not just Dave, by the way, right? It's not just Dave, it's many. But Dave's has the SL8 S-Works, and I did have one of those too, as you've seen me do videos about it, and so I can share my opinion as well. Let's go.
Just Ride Bikes. I'm David, and for the last 2 months, I've been riding this, the brand new Specialized S-Works Tarmac SL8. And I'm keen to ride a bike long enough to cut through the first impressions and find out if it lives up to the hype, of which there is a lot around its new release.
So much hype. The most hyped bike ever in the cycling industry, thanks to social media.
Or whether it's just an overpriced marketing exercise.
That's what's Dave going to say. What's Dave going to say?
Well, let me tell you. Remove the price to one side for a moment, and we'll come back to that soon. And honestly, why would you buy anything else if you want a lightweight aero race bike? It does all that by taking every element we look for in a race bike to the next level.
Bullshit, Dave, mate, Dave. Did you just say this bike takes it to the next level? It takes the bullshit to the next level. It takes the complication of ownership of a bicycle to the next level. You want to do a headset swap? You want to drop your fork out because you heard a crack, some sound? You're like, hey, was that the fork? Let me drop the fork out and check the steerer hasn't snapped like it did on the SL7. Do you know how many hours it takes to drop out a fork on a Specialized SL8 Tarmac S-Works with those dingle-fangle bars where the cables go through? You got to re-bleed both ends. You got to buy a whole new cable housing unless you want to sit there crushing onions. It's an absolute top-level faff. This bike is not more aero, man. I've ridden every single Tarmac S-Works model, Drace and SRAM Red since 2004 when they first dropped. And the SL8, these disc brake ones, they catch the wind. This is not more aero. That is pure marketing bullshit. And I can speak from experience. What YouTuber out there went out and bought an S-Works SL8 with their own money and paid full retail? I paid full retail from a store I've spent probably, I don't know, 100 grand or so from, okay, over 2 decades. Full retail. And I paid full retail because there was only a few in the country and there was no deals, okay? So I paid full retail and I knew I wouldn't like the bike anyway. But I thought it's a great opportunity. You know, I don't have kids. What am I going to do with my money, all right? I'm going to buy it on bikes to make YouTube videos about. You know, it's just, as you see my videos, it's just, Dave, what are you saying, mate? This bike is a fucking joke, and it's a disgrace that anyone out there in YouTube land would. And Dave's not a noob, all right? Dave's not some guy who just came from golf. Dave's an experienced rider. The dude's been riding a long time, okay? Not as long as me, but he's been riding for a very long time, and he does know better. All right? He's sold out, in my opinion. And that's the disappointing part. Dave's not some 18-year-old kid who's like, oh, free bike, yeah, I'll say whatever. The dude knows better, man. Dave, do better, bro. Do better.
You want aero for speed? Check.
This bike's not fucking aero. When I ride this thing, it catches the wind like a fucking baseball mitt.
Lightweight for climbing efficiency? Check.
This bike's heavier than my SL1 Ruby S-Works I bought for 650 bucks Aussie. This SL8 S-Works out of the box is heavier. I had to put a fang-dangled carbon seat on there, change out the wheels, get rid of the stock Revale CLX, they're pretty heavy. You know what I mean? I put some super lightweight carbon spoke wheels in there to bring it under, 7 kg. And even still, it just doesn't, it rides like a fucking lightweight, it rides like a super lightweight gravel bike. It doesn't ride like a road bike. It rides like a gravel bike. It's not a fucking road bike, okay? It's got disc brakes on it, okay? You can do whatever you want, you can do whatever you want. It's still a fucking gravel bike, man.
Check. Handling, comfort, stiffness? Check.
It's stiffness? What the fuck? This is not stiffer than the SL2 tarmac I've got, alright? It's not. I got on my SL2 tarmac the other day, I was like, damn, this motherfucker's stiff. This is a tarmac. The SL8 is a gravel mac, a gravel bike, okay? It's a crux with a wanky head tube. It's a crux with less tire clearance. It's got disc brakes. It's not a fucking road bike, man.
Check, check. The bike does it all so well on a level that far exceeds all its main rivals, which I
mean, that's probably true. I mean, yes, that is true. The TCR feels pretty similar to SL8, Disc 1, but they just do not compare. They do not fucking compare to the rim brake equivalents. You go out there and you ride a Di2 Dura-Ace with Revale bling bling wheels, tarmac rim brake, S-Works, and it fucking smokes these crappy SL8 S-Works things. In the feel, in the weight, in the performance, in the stiffness, comfort. You can put these fat tyres on these bikes. But then why are you running 32mm tyres on a road bike? You're doing Paris-Roubaix? Then it's not really road riding, then is it? It's cobble riding, okay? If we're talking road, we're talking tarmac. Smooth Adelaide tarmac, smooth Thai tarmac, French tarmac, smooth roads, okay? Tarmac is meant to be smooth. It's not called cobbles, okay? It's not called, chip rock or whatever, chip seal. It's called tarmac, smooth tarmac, okay? And this is not a tarmac anymore. It doesn't ride like a tarmac. The sticker says tarmac, but it ain't tarmac.
I've ridden over the last 2 years. It really is that good.
There you go. It's the best bike he's ridden over the last 2 years, and I could say that's probably true of the new bikes because they've all been disc brake, and yeah, it's definitely quite light compared to the other disc gravel bike posing as road bikes, but Anyway, you can see where this video is going. Let me just wrap it up in a second.
Good. The best tarmac we've ever had.
Oh, what the fuck, man? Did he just say, did Dave just say the bet? We have to rewind that. We got to rewind that.
Ridden over the last 2 years. It really is that good. The best tarmac we've ever had.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. The best tarmac we've ever had. Straight up bullshit. Straight up shilling. This bike is so poor, I don't call it, it doesn't ride like a tarmac, man. It's just a bucket of junk compared to a rim brake tarmac. There is not a single pro rider out there who would pick this bike if they had a choice. All right, if you know. Slow wheel changes. It doesn't brake like the brakes grab too much. You got more carbon on the left side of the fork. It's just the twisting, this torsion. The mechanics fucking hate this tarmac. This is the most hated S-Works tarmac ever. Talk to the mechanics. Putting the cables through the handlebars. You got to rebleed tube front and rear. Hydro brakes to check the headset. To clean the headset. To change the bearing. To inspect the fork. Most hated tarmac ever by mechanics. It's a shame that Specialized have just devalued the tarmac legacy so much. This is just an absolute shame. You know, imagine if it came with a rim brake option. Bam, it would be fucking pretty awesome. It would feel like a true tarmac. Anyway, that's the wrap up. I could ramble on for hours on this one. We're 1 minute 8, and Dave's already given me 200 over 120 systolic blood pressure in 1 minute 8 of shilling. We're not going to make the full 15 minutes. It might be my last video I've ever made. Anyway, that's just the deal. Dave, please have integrity. Speak truth with your reviews. Stop selling out. Stop shilling out. All right. I am the highest paid cycling YouTuber of all time. Okay. I didn't sell out. I never will sell out. So if you're worried about paying the bills, you can be honest and back things you believe in. Okay. There's plenty of brands out there who've paid me very, very good money to promote their products. Okay. I've had many, and still do today, many generous sponsors for promoting product I genuinely believe in. All right. So let's stop it. Well, I got to pay the rent. That's just bullshit. All right. I've bought houses off the money I've earned from promoting brands and making real honest content. Just saying. So I get hyped up in these videos because I just love cycling so much. I'm 46. I've never had a driver's license. All right. I live and breathe cycling. It's an amazing sport. It's the best form of transport. It's just, if you can ride, you should ride. All right. And the landscape is changing. Cycling's becoming so... If you're listening to the mainstream YouTubers out there, the mainstream shills on social media today, pushing the mainstream brands, your cycling life is going to be overtly complicated, aggressively complicated. Cycling is meant to simplify your lifestyle. I wake up and I just jump on my bike. It fucking works, okay? It just works, okay? Because I have simple bikes that just fucking work. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I jump on my bike, I go to wherever I gotta go. Alright, I zigzag through the traffic safely, I bypass red light. It's just, it just simplifies your fucking life. Simplifies your life. Okay? That's what the bicycle is. And these new ones don't do that. You buy them, you lose thousands of dollars as soon as you leave the store. Look how much bikes are selling for these days. Peanuts on the secondhand market. Not the listed price, the actual sale price, which you'll see on the eBay. If you click advanced, look at the metrics of that. Okay? Well, if you know anyone into the secondhand bike market, these bikes sell for peanuts compared to the retail price. You lose thousands of dollars. Okay? And for thousands of dollars USD, you could buy a sick or a couple of sick S-Works Di2 near new tarmacs from someone who did a keto diet and just quit cycling, and the bike's been in the shed for the last 10 years. It's dusty as, and they're like, just put it on eBay, just get rid of it. If you know, you know. It's crazy. Like recently in my coaching group, durianrider.com coaching group, to shill that, one of the guys just joined the other week, and he's like, I want to get back into cycling again. I burnt myself out avoiding sugar, and now I'm back on sugar. I feel fucking awesome. I want to get back into fitness. And, we hooked him up a Trek Monda near new 11-speed Durace. It was $2,600 Australian, so a little bit on the high end of market. It was advertised for, I think, $3.5. And he got for 26. Could have got it cheaper, but he wanted a bike. He's just hyped up. He didn't have a bike. He wanted a bike, so he paid a bit extra. But what's that bike cost brand new today? A Trek Monda here in Australia is about $20,000. So basically, you got a better bike for 90% off retail, around abouts. A much better bike, easier bike to work on, cheaper bike to maintain, better riding experience, overall, better performance experience on the second-hand Monda, near new, Durace 11-speed, all right, for 90% off retail. You know what I mean? So he's going to get a good experience of cycling now. He's carved up, he's on the wagon, good life. Now, if you go and buy an Honda for $20,000, you're going to have problems with the disc brakes. All right, you're going to lock up. You're going to crash easy. The frames are so thin they just crack terribly easily. So you just have a poor experience. Then you tell your friends that, well, yeah, I spent 20 grand to buy. How's that 20 grand bike going? Yeah, it's broken. Or it's in the shop. It's making ticking noises when I hit the brakes. The brakes squeal like a bunch of turkey gobbling turkeys. Sorry, turkeys, you know. If you want to fly like an eagle, don't hang out with turkeys. If you want to simplify your lifestyle, don't ride disc road, okay? If you ride cobblestones, okay, you understand why you're running 32 mil tires. Different story. But most of us don't ride on cobbles to work. We ride on road bikes to work on roads, you know. Anyway, that's just the rant, that's the rave. I see cycling life getting too complicated. People are just losing patience with it. There's enough douchebags on the road as it is to deal with, all right? You don't need to have problems with your bike, all right? And your bike doesn't have to cost a stupid amount of money, okay? Just saying, man. Like, back in the day, like just 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you spend top tier dollar, you get top tier product. Now you spend top tier dollar, you get shit that's worse than 20 years ago. Literally worse performing. And the maintenance, the worst ever. The modern day bikes are the worst bikes, road bikes ever to work on in the history of cycling. That is a fucking undisputed fact. And if you still want to deny that, maybe even God can help you. What a world. First world problems, but let's preserve cycling. Cycling is getting decayed by these shills and these big brands just shilling this bullshit product that's too excessively fragile, shouldn't be that heavy, stupidly, insanely priced, an absolute pain in the ass to work on, and it just doesn't ride that nice as the old stuff does. Definitely does. Again, if you know, you know. But most people out there don't know. It's like, Harley, you're a bit weird. But the experienced riders are nodding their head going, yep, Harley's right again. Facts.